Hello guys, welcome back to Send Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about Ethereum, and we're going to talk about the Ripple XRP and most of the alt DeFi coins, right? So if you have any question, just put it in the chat room. So, I'm going to take a look at those alt, right? So, and also if you want me to take a look at other alt, just make sure to let me know in the comment section after the live stream. So next live stream, we're going to talk about all of that good stuff, all right? So, hey, what's up? Mode Clay in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the likes. Market is selling off, but I don't think it is time for a big correction yet, right? Most of you guys know I'm a big bear, but market is still looking very strong above 18K. So we're gonna talk about all of that good stuff, right? We're also gonna talk about Ethereum. As you can see, Ethereum is slightly dropping, right? As we said previously, we're going to be looking for Ethereum to dip down again, right? At some point down to this level, right? It is doing that exactly, but it's not going to be that fast, right? It might move sideways and all of that good stuff. We're also going to talk about the DXY. We've been anticipating a DXY reversal from this range of a double bottom. We also said, the DXY could be moving in a parallel channel, just like altcoin. It all depends how strong the move going to be. If we're going to be able to break this green line, which is a resistance area, and try to retest 94, right? Otherwise, we can be in this range and get a falling wedge, just like the type of setup we got back in August, guys. Like in this range, all right, before the push to the upside, we could get one like that in a bigger correction, right? Which is bullish for BTC, in the short term, right? But before we talk about all of this, all of that good stuff, let's take a look at BTC again, right? So let's start off with the macro scale. So when you take a look at BTC on the macro scale, let's go on Bitstamp. So when you take a look at BTC on the macro scale, we did talk about a probable, rejection just about at 20K. As you can see, like in this range, we did retest like 20K, but could not break it. And, most people decided to take profit at 20K. So you can see like price dip all the way down and retested almost like the previous week open, right? But did not manage to drop below the previous week low. So that was a good sign of bullishness on the macro scale. Even though price is dropping, it is not really bearish, okay? On the lower degree, if you take a look at like hourly, 2-hour time frame and all of that good stuff, you might be panicking, right? You might be panicking. But if you take a look at the weekly time frame, it is still the trend, it is still strong, okay? We need like a bigger confirmation, a bigger, stronger confirmation to to basically reverse the price, right? And see if BTC bulls gonna be buying the dip at 13K to 14K area, right? But also at the same time, 20K, we haven't basically pump above 20K or at 20K, okay? It seems like the average price is just about like 19,950, something like that, or lower. We haven't retested 20K. Most people calling for 20K, but it is very, very important, very, very important to basically try to pump above 20K, right? On the macro scale, also, one of the reasons why we're saying we could possibly, if we break this 21 EMA, BTC could be moving in a WXY correction pattern. I know many bulls, they're going to disagree for a possible retest of 3K, but I wouldn't discount it, right? I wouldn't say like we're never going to retest this key area, right? So we're going to have to wait. It might be too soon to talk about like any lower numbers, like even like 5K, 6K. One key area we got to take care of, right? If you're bullish, right, and you're looking to buy the dip, it is like buy at the 21 EMA. That's the most important key level right now. After that key level, we're going to be looking for the 100 EMA, which is just about like 94, 96 area. Okay, if we get any sort of a big sell off to the downside, bulls gonna be buying the dip in this box. Okay, they're gonna be buying the dip in this box. That's the level you want to be looking for in case we basically break the 21 EMA. Most likely we can see a nice accumulation range once again, just about like 96 to 14k area. It's a big gap, but it is what it is. You just gotta basically include the entire range to get a good average, right? By the dip in this range if price get rejected at 20k and so on, right? Now the macro scale 50-day cycle, we got like just about like 12 days to close the macro cycle. So it is something very, very, very important, guys. I talked about it before the breakout when BTC was like 11.5. Okay, we said even though, guys, I was bearish at 10.5, if we break above like 11.5, 12k, the it is basically zero resistance up to 20k when you take a look at the 50-day cycle. That's why I said it back in early October. BTC could be headed to a 20k area, and that's what we're getting right now. That's what we're seeing. So the 50-day cycle is very, very bullish. Okay, like I said, okay, market is selling off, but the 50-day cycle is not calling for any reversal yet. Okay, it's not calling for any reversal yet, right? As you can see here, back in December 2018, we almost like pumped for like over like 250 days. Okay, 250 days BTC been pumping. Right now, after we broke this 10.5, we only pump like for 150 days. Can we pump like all the way up to like the first quarter of 2021? That's possible. It all depends how we're going to be breaking 20k. Okay, it all depends if this 50-day cycle going to be able to close above above 20k and so on, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So 50-day cycle still bullish for BTC, right? Now let's take a look at the monthly not looking bad. It is just like the first 4 days of the month. So even if like we dip all the way down to like 16.5, it is just going to be 50% pullback from the previous month. So it's not going to be like a big reversal sign yet. Okay, and I'm gonna show you on the 2-day and 3-day cycle what to expect like for a possible big reversal. But as of now, the cycle is monthly cycle looks pretty pretty strong, right? And a dip below 16.5 16k could be bought up very, very, very quickly if if price try to retest that area, right? So now let me take a look at the chat room. Hey, what's up, David? The 50-week cycle, 50 week. I know 50-day, not 50 week. That's a yearly. You mean the yearly, right? So let's see. So we're gonna take a look at it later, but right now let's focus on the lower degree first, right? So on the 2-day basis, what we talk about, guys, was pretty clear on the lower degree. Let's take a look at the 8-hour so you guys know what I'm talking about. So when BTC dipped back last week, just about like 16.6, right, 16.1, we long BTC. Okay, even though we did not long BTC right there, we said, guys, do not basically long BTC. We long from this point to that point. We got out, waited for the dip, right? Long from like 16.1, 16.5 all the way up to like 19.3, and we basically got out, right? And what I'm looking for right now, as we said previously, even before the drop, we said we're going to be looking for this move. We're going to reverse back up to 16.3. It pumped all the way up and made a new high, 19.9, and we're going to be looking for another retest. Okay, so our basically reference point for a possible support going to be 8-hour 100 EMA right there, or the 12-hour 100 EMA. Okay, 12-hour 100 EMA just about 16, and 8-hour going to be just about like 16.5. So average just about like 16, 16 to 16.5 area, for a possible good support if we see like any big sell-off, right? So that's what I'm looking at as of now, because the pattern we got right here, it is at the same time bullish. Okay, it is not even guaranteed, right, we're gonna dip down to that area, because this pattern, it is bullish. Okay, it is a bullish pattern. It can end up being a triangular pattern right there. So I wouldn't be doing any in and out in this range. either wait for the breakout or buy the dip right here. That's the best possible scenario for BTC right now, right? So, and at the same time, you just don't know, right, if you could get a possible wedge pattern also. You see what I'm saying? So best thing to do, once again, it is like wait for the support area, right? Wait for the price to retest like a support area, or basically just wait for the breakout above like a 20k to try to accumulate above like go long above like a 20k and so on. I do not recommend it, right? But hey, you do whatever you want, right? So the 50-day cycle gonna close on December 16th, December 17th, right? Depending on your time zone, right? So and it all, it's gonna start like December, of course, December 16th, December 17th, and you count 50 days after that, right? So yeah, yeah, I did talk about it though. That's one of the most bullish cycle for BTC. The last 50 days of the year, it is one of the most bearish sometimes also, depending on the cycle, right? If market wants to trend down, or if market is moving to the upside. But we luckily caught it earlier October. We basically talk about it, said, hey guys, this cycle gonna start like October 27th, 28th. If we close above 10.5, that's it. Okay, that's it. No more resistance. Everything going to be bullish, probably up to like a December 16, December 17. So so bulls still in control for the next few days, right? Until the cycle closes, and then we're going to take a look at another possible scenario. Litecoin. So let's go back to BTC. We're going to talk about Litecoin. Remind me later on, right, for Litecoin. So on the hourly basis, let's take a look at BTC on the hourly. Not looking so great on the hourly. When you check the volume, let's go ahead and take a look at it on Coinbase. When you take a look at the hourly, it doesn't look great, but it is okay. It is at support. It is at a support zone, right? So I wouldn't be shorting BTC in this range. I don't have any short position for BTC anyway, so but I wouldn't be shorting BTC in this range. Once again, okay, we can, on the lower degree, this sucker can basically once again give you a triangular formation, or it can even basically pump back up, retest the top right here, right? So that way you're gonna get this move as your correction, and then you're gonna be looking for this move down. That's the reason why, that's the reason I'm looking at, okay, over the next like few days to see if BTC going to bulls, and bulls gonna basically let the price dip down here for another basically a reversal, possible reversal pattern, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, as you know, guys, when Ethereum was like 3 something, right, almost like $400, we did basically we were bullish on Ethereum up to 600, right? So and we said once we pump to 600, we do not have any sort of basically support above like 500. You see what I'm saying? So if we pump to 600, the likelihood of Ethereum dropping back down to 500 is very high, and it's going to drop very quickly because it doesn't have any support. So that's what we did exactly, and we said once we drop down, right, we're gonna buy the dip, right, and then we're gonna take it back up to 600, and that's what we got exactly, right? So what are we expecting now? We're expecting another reversal to get a higher low, right? Either double bottom or get a higher low, right? So that's what we're expecting. So Ethereum is playing, it is playing out perfectly as we've been expecting. The challenge for the bulls going to be the 21 EMA on a daily basis, which is just about like 540, 544, right? If we break it, we're just gonna have to dip down to the 50-day EMA, which is just about your 12-hour 100 EMA, which is roughly around like a 484. So Ethereum, once again, similar to BTC, the likelihood of Ethereum retesting this area, it could be slow, but I'm gonna be looking for the 12-hour 100 EMA, right? if you're very bullish, you could be looking for the 8-hour 100 EMA, which is just about like a 512. So low 500 to high 480, 490 area could be a critical support area for the bulls, right? If we break this key area, things could look very ugly. Okay, things could look very ugly after that, right? But as of now, let's see if the bull is gonna be buying the dip right there. Okay, buying the dip right there. So 8-hour 21 EMA breaking it for Ethereum, it is not a good sign. But let's see, last time we broke it right here, just about 450, I was still bullish, right? I was like, let's just buy the dip, because what I'm looking at is like, what I was looking at that time was like, we anticipated, right, Ethereum to do something like this, right? So that's why I was still bullish. I just wasn't sure, right, if bulls, we're going to be strong enough to basically support the price at 439, but I was still bullish. Okay, I was still bullish all the way up to this all the way up to a 600 range. So we could get similar structure for Ethereum, right? So not saying like we're going to be pumping like to $1,000, $10,000 and all of that, but we're just going to focus on like this range first. Okay, it is a bullish pattern, but sometimes it can fail. Okay, it can fail, and it can just dip down if it fails, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum on a weekly basis. Ethereum weekly, I think like bull's gonna try to save the weekly. Closing the weekly like that is not incredible. Okay, and dropping all the way down to like 500 on within the next 24-48 hours gonna make the weekly look looks very bad. So we could anticipate like some low volatility over the next few hours and so on, if we don't see like a high selling pressure. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin, and after that we're going to take a look at King XRP. You know what, let's go ahead and take a look at the dollar first. So DXY, we're still looking for I'm still looking for a possible reversal from the DXY, right, from the dollar. It is not looking very strong as of now, but the pattern, it got the pattern is bullish. Okay, it is selling off, but we could easily see a big reversal. I was looking for 94, but as of now we might get a strong resistance at 93. So 93 going to be a primary resistance, and basically the strong resistance area going to be double top, okay, which is right there. So we might not see it right away, but let's see what type of a correction we're gonna get, just about this area of a low 90s. All right, but the DXY, keep an eye on it. It could be a falling wedge, it could be a flat correction before a reversal. We just don't know, but as of now all we can anticipate is like a possible quick reversal back to 93. So let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin now. So Litecoin is back to $80. As you can see, like Litecoin is basically starting to create a resistance trend line in this range, in a possible triangular formation. Once again, not sure, okay, if we're gonna break like 95 to $100 range, because we don't have any resistance. Once we break a 94, next resistance to the upside going to be like 140 for Litecoin right there. That's the next level of resistance, major resistance, right? So we need to break like 95 $100 range in order to basically see if Litecoin going to be pumping to the upside. On the other hand, if we get big rejection, guys, on the macro scale or on a micro scale wise, right? That's going to look, it is going to look very ugly for Litecoin. I'm not saying we're going to drop down here, right? But over the next few weeks, few months, if market, if the crypto market decides to basically turn bearish, right? We could be seeing a possible, reversal from Litecoin. But I wouldn't count on it right now, okay? I wouldn't count on it right now. Just try to play with the weekly time frame and so on, and see if we're going to break the weekly 21 EMA first, which is like $59 to $60 before we even talk about like a $28 $30 Litecoin. So let's just focus on support right there, okay? And resistance going to be up to basically 140, okay? So that's pretty juicy, okay? That's pretty juicy, okay? If we can find support at weekly 100 EMA, just about like 67. If we break it, we could look for 59, which is like weekly 21 EMA for Litecoin. So now let's move on to King XRP. So XRP is still bullish, guys. I think like once again, I said it back then, XRP can 100x in this bull run. So let's see. So it is back down to 55, right? So that's pretty good for the Doom Boys, right? So XRP, what we're looking for, I was looking for this 69, right? If we break it, we're going to be looking for 73, 74. And as you can see, we hit like, I think like 68.1, something like that, pretty close, right? Now we basically dipping down. Major area of support to look for, once again, it is going to be just about like 50% to 0.618. So we basically right now at 382, 50% pullback going to be just about like 50 cents, right? And you got 0.618, just about like 43. Okay, so let's see if we're going to be able to break a 43 range. All right, so over the next few days and so on. The other possible scenario I see for Litecoin is like for XRP is like this move could just be a small correction, and we're gonna get the pump to the upside first before dropping back down to like a 48.50 cents and basically resume the uptrend. That's also another possibility, right? But it all depends what market wants to do, right? Market could decide to give us a zigzag instead of a flat correction. We just don't know, right? But let's see if we're gonna find a good support right there, right? But the primary count I'm looking at is like if we dip below this range, we're most likely gonna find support right there. So keep an eye on King XRP. So let's take a look at XRP on the macro scale now. So when you take a look at XRP on the macro scale, so weekly still looking very juicy. So I don't see anything crazy about XRP. Yes, you can see like we dropped almost 30%, right? That's pretty healthy on the weekly basis, right? We just don't want to basically close below 44, 43 and stuff like that, getting a weekly engulfing candle, right? So as of now, it is still very bullish, right? So one thing you gotta keep in mind, XRP lower highs, right? Lower lows, we broke the structure. So you just don't want to mess with it. It's kind of like when BTC broke 10K, 10.5, right? Guys, we were bearish below 10.5. We said if we break 10.5, consolidate above 11.5, we're going to be bullish. Okay, so I wouldn't be messing with the structure as of now until we get a rejection. Okay, can we get rejected and dump down? Yes, I said it. If we get rejected right here, it's not going to look good for XRP, for the XRP bulls, because the next support area going to be, next support area going to be 0.618. You see what I'm saying? So, but I just don't want to talk about it right now because it might be, I don't want to bring any bearish sentiment as of now, as market is still bullish. not showing us any sign of a reversal on macro scale. So let's just, you know, try to focus on breaking 78, 86, and we could be going to the moon after that, right? But, you know, once again, just to give you guys a quick, you know, review about the bearish setup, just in case. Don't want to talk about it, but have to. Okay, so you see, like, you know, 0.618 going to be just about 6 cents. We talked about it like back then when XRP was like 45 cents, right? What we said we got a good chance to drop all the way down to basically 11 to 13 cents, right? So now we got to break this key level. Okay, we got to break it. We got to go for, you know, gotta go for the home run. Otherwise, you know, it could look very, very ugly over the next few weeks, few months. We could be buying all the way back down to you know, 0.618 pullback. It is something, you know, we all gotta keep in mind. So we want to be extremely bullish and basically forget about, like, you know, buying the dip again, right? So somebody asked about Zilliqa. So let's go ahead and take a look at Zilliqa. So Zilliqa BTC is, I'm really looking for a possible retest of 45 to 60 for Zilliqa, but it is not dropping. You know, I mean, it is dropping, but it is looking to break the bearish structure. And if we pump to the upside, that's the level you're gonna be looking for. Okay, just look for 0.618 and 50% pullback, which is just about like 212 to basically 240 area. But I'm gonna be looking for still this you know, 0.786 to 0.888, which is roughly around like first target of 110 down to like 82. Okay, so we could get another dip down, okay, and before going to the moon, right? That's very possible, right? But it is still a hold, right? If you're bullish on it, I wouldn't be panicking right now. Even if we drop down to like a 60 sats, right, I would just be huddling and adding on to the position and look for the next big move, big cycle, you know, nice big cycle to the upside, right? So yeah, market is pretty red, pretty red. So everything is dropping, you know, QDM, you know, ontology. Omiza pump yesterday above $4 and, you know, did not stay there too long. So daily candle about to close in 15 minutes, something like that. So we could see a higher volatility over the next few yeah, Litecoin 10% down. Yeah, not looking great, Litecoin on the lower degree. So support area to look for Litecoin on the lower degree, just look for, we already talked about it, like 69 and so on, which is like roughly around like weekly 21, right? So look for this area. Hey, what's up, Kavish? So SXP is at support, right? Let's check SXP. It could be a nasty weekend for the, you know, for the crypto market, right? So SXP, check the 6 hour. So SXP is at support, right? But if we break it, you gotta look for next support area, which is roughly around like a low 70s. Okay, if bulls can create a strong buy support right here, we're going to be looking for the big move right to the upside up to like 120 and so on. So that's a bullish area. First bullish area going to be 85 to 83 range. If we break it, that's it. We could be looking for the double bottom, right, for the at least within the next few days and so on. SXP BTC breaking the wedge pattern, that's not good at all. Okay, but it all depends how you want to draw it. You can still, you know, do a little bit cheating right there and draw it like this, right? So it can still drop lower, all right, and you could be looking for another wedge pattern, right? So over the next few trading sessions, right? So keep an eye on the wedge pattern. Hey, what's up, Peter? Hey, what's up, Santiago? So Algo USD, I mean, if BTC is not looking good, most of these alt versus BTC, they're not going to be looking good, right? So Algo, you guys remember we said we got a resistance just about like 32.5 to basically 34 range. That's the level we got rejected just about like 42 and so on, right? Which was like a very, very strong resistance. That's why I basically highlighted it in red, right? So got rejected 42. Now you could be looking for this trend line right there, right? You could be looking for this trend line, all right, for a possible support. So if we break the trend line, next support area, right, which is key level, right, which is like 26, okay? So you could be looking for this range, but primary support going to be 30 cents, right? Algo BTC did not manage to break out, looking like it basically hit 21.11, could not break above 21.12. Also got a trend line right there, so we gotta try to we got to stay above this trend line for another push to the upside, right? So if you're very, very bearish, right, and you're looking to buy some cheaper algo BTC, right, you could be just waiting. Okay, you could be waiting for the next few days and so on. But the trend, it is still it is still making lower highs, right? So it is still bearish overall, but we could possibly try to make a bottom formation over the next few weeks and so on, right? So hey, what's up, Rob? XRP to the moon. Hey, what's up, Crypto Takeover? It's been a while, man. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yeah, things are looking very, very bad right now. So 18.6 daily 21 about to daily candle about to open, right? So daily 21 EMA just about 18,000. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad for the bulls. Let's check BNB. Yeah, BNB is looking very, very bad, guys. So daily 100 going to be just about a 27.4, 27.5. So if you're looking to buy some more BNB, keep an eye on 27.4, 27.5, which is daily 21, daily 100 EMA, right? Support right there, support right there, support right there. So as long as we stand above it, you know, the trend, it is still strong for BNB bulls, right? But if we dip below it, you know, we're just gonna have to look for the 2-day 100 EMA, which is roughly around like 24. Okay, 24. Let's go back to BTC. So let's see, you know, bulls gotta, you know, they gotta buy the dip. Daily 21, 16.6, right? So, and that's a 2-day candle, right? So we got almost 24 hours to go to close this candle. So daily candle just opened, right? And candle just opened below the 8-hour 21, so that's not a good sign, right? So 8-hour 100 EMA, once again, guys, right there, 17K. That's where I'm looking for a possible support. So buy range 17 to basically 16 for the bulls, right? So let's see if we're gonna get this triangle. If not, you know, it looks very bad. So it already broke the small triangle top formation. So VeChain, I mean, I'm bullish on VeChain long term. So VeChain market cap is like what, 1 billion. So if you take a look at VET on the On the high time frame, we did say in my premium, we did say do not buy vet, you know, above 200 range. Okay, back then that was like back in June, July, right? We've been accumulating vet right there. Okay, we said buy the dip right here, you know, 33, 36 area, right? And target was like 200. Okay, something like that, right? In this range, all right. And you know, most people started to call for you know 100x and all of that good stuff, and you can see like we said this sucker gonna drop at least 60%, right? And we're gonna be buying somewhere around like 786 to it, you know, 0.786 down to like 0.888, right down here. So it did drop all the way down to 60 sats, so we're still looking for, you know, for another possible reversal down to you know, more accumulation range. But you know, it is a good time to be buying. I wouldn't be greedy at the bottom, because once like we start pumping, it's not gonna look back. Okay, it's just gonna stop pumping. So let's see. All right, you might not even get the 47, 30 sats and so on. It could just pump, right? So it is a good time to be buying right now, right? It already dipped down to 60, so don't try to wait for a retest. Dip. Not looking good, guys. $382 right there. 0.618 is just by like a 17.5. That was 382 pullback, so it is most likely going to break it, right? So and 0.618 going to be 17.548, right? So that's going to be the next strong support area, temporary, right? Does not mean we're going to reverse, but I don't think that we're going to break 0.618, right? And most likely going to be dropping all the way down to 0.786, which is 17k, right? Which is 17k, a nice confluence area. I mean, XRP going to $10. I mean, that's very probable, man. I mean, most of you guys I mean, not most of you, but most moon boys like want to get XRP to $10 like in 2020. That's. I mean, I'm not saying we won't. I don't think we will, but anything can happen. Anything can happen, right? But the best thing to do is just be patient, man. Be patient. I mean, $10 is going to be like 100x from the bottom, which is the bottom was like 9 cents, 10 cents, right? Depending which exchange you were using. So you know, 10 cents to $10, that's 100x. So, and most people are gonna be like, oh, once XRP pumped to $5, you know, they're gonna be like, oh man, I missed it. I think like, you know, XRP is pretty cheap, man, like 50 cents, 40 cents. It is still pretty cheap compared to like the next few bull runs we're gonna get. Well, I'm not saying to you know, sell everything and buy XRP. I'm just, you know, telling you what I think, right? Not telling you to go ahead and buy XRP. The best thing to do is like follow XRP BTC. I think that's better than following XRP USD, right? So XRP BTC on the macro scale, That's Tezos. Oh no, XRP BTC. So if you've been following our channel, when XRP excuse me, when XRP was right there, right? When XRP was right there, what we said, buy XRP right here, okay? Regardless of the price versus BTC, or regardless of the price on dollar value, buy the dip. And once we dip right here, right, 1615, I told you guys XRP is at 1500, right? Even though we're waiting for, like, we could be, I was like, even though we've been looking for 1000 sats, but we got a good support area right here. Just buy the dip right here, okay? Don't wait for 1000 sats, because we might not dip there. We might not dip down to like 1000 sats right away, right? So but we already retested 3700, right? Next level to look for going to be 4800, right? So and support on the 3-day basis of 2500 going to be first support area, which is like 3-day 21, roughly around like 3-day 21 EMA right there, okay? If we find any if we dip any further, right? 2500 sats. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. Roughly around the same area on the weekly, 23, okay? I mean, I showed you already, method man. On the macro scale, XRP can drop all the way down to 6 cents. Okay, just keep that in mind. I'm not saying we will, but for the XRP moon boys, like if we break macro structure, macro bullish structure, right, we could drop all the way down to 0.618. Right, that's not the first time I'm saying it. I said it even before like XRP pumped to 80 cents. That was the initial structure for XRP USD, right? We did say XRP gonna pump right there, right there, down to 50% pullback, and it's gonna pump back up to like this range of previous fib level, which was like 236 actually, right? And we said if we do not break it, right, we're gonna be dropping all the way down here, okay? So don't put your life saving on it. So be ready to be ready for the downside also. I'm not saying we will. All I'm saying is if we cannot break 80 cents, right, we might be accumulating XRP over the next few weeks, few months, before we see a macro structure bull run type of pushing to the upside, breaking all-time high and all of that good stuff, right? So don't get overexcited. I said it last week when XRP was 60 cents, 70, 78. Yes, we want to hurdle, but we also want to be safe, right? No, if we break like a monthly 21 EMA, right, which is roughly around like 32 cents right now, if we break it, guys, we could be dipping down here, right? So it seems like it is impossible for XRP to dip down here. Yes, it looks impossible, but it looked impossible back in 2018 also, right? Myself, if you told me like back in 2018 XRP gonna drop down to 10 cents, I'm gonna tell you you're crazy. But we basically did called it last year, right? Somewhere around like September, October 2019, after we got this rejection right there at 31, we started to say, hey guys, this sucker could be going much low. So, and we gotta be able to buy the dip. Yes, I mean, be ready. You gotta be mentally ready. I was mentally ready for XRP to drop down here. That's why I wasn't panicking. Even back in October, we said it. you know, I remember when XRP dipped down to 13 cents, you know, on I think BitMEX, right, December last year, right? I was like, man, and I think XRP was like December, right? XRP was like I think 25 cents, something like that, right? 24, 25. It dipped down to 13 cents, and I was like, guys, it is not a coincidence. This sucker most likely gonna retest, you know, 50% pullback, okay, and 50% pullback of the previous bull run. Okay, so we're looking good right now. Okay, 50% pullback. We got 382 right there, 50% pullback. So we just gotta stay with the trend for now until, you know, the trend is no longer our friend, and we're gonna be, you know, and just look to buy the dip right here. So dollar cost average. So let's move on from XRP before the moon boys start dumping the XRP. Let's see. Oh gosh. I mean, I just can imagine like people buying BTC at 20K right now. So I mean, I just don't know, man. But let's see. Let's see how Ethereum is doing. Ethereum. So I think Ethereum we're gonna get our 518, 488 range. So probably right. Support area. I mean, Method Man, I have so much XRP below 30 cents. I mean, so many people got, you know, some XRP below 10 cents too, so below 13 cents. So, but good for you, all right. So, and so many people got XRP at 80 cents too. So, one thing I like about Ethereum is like, you know, if we can find a strong support right there, we can definitely not even retest this level. We could, you know, try to get the fake out up to like 680, 700 before even dropping down. So that's why, you know, I'm not really interested in shorting Ethereum, because the structure is kind of very funny, right? It is a very funny structure, and you could get a bigger correction like this. Okay, you could get this big correction instead of getting this one. You see what I'm saying? So, and we did well with Ethereum since like 680, 690, 400 range. So do not want to basically do anything crazy right now. Hey, what's up, K4 Liberty? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Hey guys, if you like the content, make sure, don't forget to hit the likes. It doesn't cost you anything. So let's take a look at Ethereum on the macro scaler. Ethereum macro scaler, it is still very, it is still the trend is still very strong. So we at least need to break like the $400 range to start like talking about a reversal for Ethereum. As you can see, we talk about it, like, guys, when Ethereum was right there, we said we do not have any resistance. Once we break this key area, next resistance is going to be like 480. It is respecting every key area. Okay, one right there, one right here, and next one is right there. So I'm not sure for this one. Okay, I'm not sure if like we're gonna retest it, but it is there. Okay, if we break like 340, I wouldn't even try to short this sucker. Okay, just let it go and long it all the way up to basically 800, 820, 850 range. This box right there. And once again, I'm not sure if we're gonna get there, but all I'm saying is if we break her 630, 640, that's it, no more resistance. So but I'm bullish at 500 range. Okay, 500 back to like 620, I'm bullish and might be staying with the trend if if the structure looks pretty convincing at 600. I might just stay with it, right? But let's see what the market gonna give us. So bulls, they're trying to buy the dip right here. So let's see. Okay. Sell volume is decreasing for Ethereum on Poloniex. But on Binance it is increasing, so that's not good at all. But nice dip right here. That's 10%. So OMG give us a big spike last night. Just was actually bullish above this range, right, up to basically 480, but you can see like this sucker got rejected right back down. Okay, just breaking a support area. So next level to look for, it is going to be roughly around like 320. Can we get this structure right there? Yes, that's possible. Okay, this range could possibly be a good support right now, but let's see, we might draw it like this just to be conservative right here, then move this sucker right here, like that, right? But I would just wait. If you basically short-term trading, I would just wait for a better and stronger support area, especially after the big rejection right here. I was bullish on it above 396, but we got a double rejection. So the big support level to look for, really, okay, it is like if you're patient enough, you could just wait, suck it up, wait for the this range. If market going to sell off, most likely people going to be buying back at 2.5, 2.6. One thing I just don't like about Omiseco is like the 3-day chart, right? I just don't like the this pattern right here. I just don't like it. Okay, it can do something like that, right? But if you're buying for the for the long term, you just don't care, you just dollar cost average. But if you're short term trading, you want to buy exactly a support area. Okay. Yep. Weekly 21 at $3 also. So let's go ahead and take a look at Chainlink. Link BTC, it is almost at, at the it is breaking basically a 100 EMA on a weekly basis, on the 3-day basis. So Link, it is still bearish. It is still bearish versus BTC. So weekly 100 just about 50,000 sats, right? Support was like 62 to 72,000. So it is breaking it. So not looking so good so far. So Link BTC, next support area, 45,000 to 50,000 sats. So it got rejected right at 14.2, 14.3. It is still within the same channel, right? The thing is, Link USD, it is kind of bullish, right? But Link BTC is bearish, so it means like BTC is still bullish. So if Link is to a pump above this range, it means like BTC going to be pumping back up. So, but need to break 14.3 for a possible retest of like a 16.1 again. So 16.3 right there was resistance. We already hit 16.3 exactly, just about 16.4. So which was primary resistance, secondary resistance just about 18.1. But as long as we staying within this channel, we could see like a higher prices. But if we break below it, we just have to dollar cost average and buy the dip. $382 was like $7, right? 7.2, which was like 3-day 100 EMA at the same time. 50% pullback going to be at 5.2. So I'm not sure if bulls gonna give up all the way down to a 5.2. I mean, let's see. All right. But bears gotta break all these key support area. Right now it is bullish, so we're gonna need like higher volume, selling pressure to break all these key supports, right? $10, 7.2, right? Before we even talk about like $5 and so on. So that might be pretty aggressive for the bears to give us $5, right? And Oh, but $5 link, right? And link support at 50,000. That it means like BTC at 10K. If you really think about it that way, right? If link gonna drop down to a 50,000 sats, link BTC, right there, next support. As you can see, like on the weekly basis, we're breaking like, breaking support areas, right? 50,000 sats, and right there, that could be $10,000 BTC if link going to be dropping also at just about like 5.2. It means like, you know, BTC could be around anywhere around like $9,000 to $11,000, you know, depending on you know, on volatility. But let's see. All right, because I don't see link at $5 without BTC pulling back down. I'm not saying we're gonna drop to $5. I'm just saying, right, the chart structure is saying like if we break all of these key support areas, 50% pullback going to be at 5.2. That's all you need to know, right? That's all I said, right? So before all these doom boys, moon boys come out and say, hey, we're going to $10,000 link. We did well with EGLD. I don't know if you guys remember when we talked about EGLD, right? We said we had a target at $15 when EGLD was like 8.3, right? In our premium, right? We bought spot, right? First take profit was like 10.6 to 9.6, right? And then second take profit going to be like $13 to $14, right? So did well yesterday on EGLD. It is bearish right now, not bearish, but we got a big rejection, so we can still pump to like a $15, which is roughly around this area, right? Which is a September high, right? So yeah, it is still bullish, but I wouldn't be jumping in right now, right? So it is overextended, jumping in again. So all right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Be safe out there. You know what we're looking for. We're looking for a some sort of a retest. Once again, just to recap what we talk about, we're looking for a you know, another retest down to a support area, 16 to 17k area, right? So let's see if bear is gonna be strong enough. Volume looks good, right? Selling volume, you can see like since like late November, right? Volume been pretty high, right? So we could see another dip down here before, you know, a possible push to the upside again. Not saying we're gonna break 20k or anything. All I'm saying is this range right there, it is going to be a very good support for the bulls, and they can at least give you guys another basically 50% to 0.618 pullback and make another, you know, lower high, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure to join the public Telegram group, link in the description, you know, for more chart analysis. All right, guys, thanks a lot.